Hello again, and welcome to another edition of Pan Plays. As I've said before in previous video, I am Daft Pansidious, the stupid Lord of Sith. And today we are going to be learning how to acquire horse skills, or should I say level horse skills, and not fuck up the minigame. Yay! Okay, so first of all, to know what skills your horse has, basically, as usual, bring up P, which is the mount information and your information. As you can see here, mount information. Our horse has skills of streak jump, high jump, and hind kick. Now, as you can see on high jump is 100%. It normally comes at 100%. Same with streak jump. They're both instant skills that a horse can learn, and yeah, they are what they are. However, hind kick starts at 50%. As you can see here, the little red bar is the XP bar of the skills of how much it's been learnt, and it pretty much starts that way. As you can tell, I have done fuck all to level this skill. To be honest with you, learning skills can be quite frustrating and annoying and long. Reasons why they are fucking long is because you can perform the skill, which as you can see here, hind kick is backwards and F whilst you're on the horse, by pressing S and F. Yep, there it goes, doing the skill. I'm not going to even try and attempt it because I can't see the screen, and it booted me off. But yes, so back and F performs the skill of hind kick. Obviously different skills have different techniques, like fore chop is basically just pressing F, nice easy skill. The reason why these skills are so fucking annoying to learn is because you can attempt to do the skill 10 to 15 times and you're only going to gain 1%. Yes, you heard me correctly, 1% per 15 attempts, which is, for lack of better words, fucking ridiculous. Thank you, Daum. But yes, so if you want to learn the skill, because either you want to try and use it, or you don't want to be in a situation where you try and use the skill and your horse goes into the minigame and punts you off in the middle of a battle and you get battered and your horse dies, yes, here is the technique of how to learn the horse's skill. So, first of all, obviously you need to try and perform the skill. Like I said before, this skill being hind kick is back and F, so that would be the S key to move backwards and F, and there goes the horse. There's the minigame. We'll get to how to do that minigame and stay on like I just did in a moment, because obviously we want to see the horse actually do the bloody move. So there you go, that's hind kick. So, as you just saw there before, the minigame came up, which said W and S on the screen, highlighted in yellow, explaining to you that those are the keys that you need to use. Now, Daum have a really bad habit of not telling you how to use those keys, which is incredibly frustrating. Now, what you're going to see when that comes back up on the screen with the prompt is you're going to see a bar in the middle where the gauge starts with the arrow saying that that's where you are, and it's either going to move up or down. As it moves up or down, you want to try and keep it as close to the center as possible by using the W and S keys, which is kind of obvious. But to keep it there, you're not holding the key, you are tapping the key, and don't repeatedly tap the key. The trick to staying on the horse is basically giving it 1 or 2 taps and you will stay in that zone. And the trick that I like to use to stay on the horse during the minigame is I first like to let the gauge move in the direction that it's going to move. So once I see the arrow starting to go down, the arrow's going south on the gauge, I will press W like once or twice, nice and quick, so tap tap of W, and it should be, in the amount of time that we have remaining, stay where it needs to stay. And obviously vice versa, if it starts to go north, upwards, basically I will press S, so tap tap, literally at that speed, and I should stay within the parameters to stay on the horse. Now, just to be aware, it's basically 2 boxes on the gauge, so you've got the middle line and then a line below and a line above. that's what it's saying to you, that you need to stay in on the gauge. But realistically, you want to stay as far away from those lines as possible, because even though it's saying that those are the lines that you need to stay behind and not go over, it's actually a lie, because the horse can still kick you even if you go near those lines. So this is things that they don't even explain, which is very frustrating, and it's something I found very frustrating, and it kind of annoyed me when people made videos of this and didn't show me that that was the case, and basically just said, oh, this is how you do skill, oh, check me out, I'm so cool. And no, you're not cool, you're just a misinformative piece of shit who's not giving me the relevant information that I need. So to show you again, I'm going to bring up the mini game. I'm not going to touch anything, just so that you can see the bars, and also you can see what the gauge is going to do. And so I'm going to get kicked off the horse. So here we go, see the gauge come up, and boom, booted off the horse. As you saw on that attempt, it started to go towards S. So the gauge was going down. So to avoid getting kicked off the horse, like I just did, let's do it again. 2 taps of W. That's as much as I did. I started to watch it go south, and I pressed W twice, literally like I said, tap tap, and I stayed on the horse. Same scenario, obviously, if it goes up, it's probably not going to go up, because this skill seems to always go south, and as you saw there, it stayed on the horse. If that gauge had gone any lower just then, if you saw on the video, basically it was almost down towards the bottom line. If that gauge had gone any lower, I more than likely would have been kicked off the horse, even though it hadn't reached that bottom line. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you stay as close to the middle as you can. I would say the preferable range is in the middle of the boxes. So if you imagine there's a third box which is halfway between those lines that are bottom and above, and then the middle line itself, if you imagine the halfway line between both of those is a new box, you want to stay in that bracket. And by staying in that bracket, you're going to stay on the horse, and eventually you'll learn the skill. As you can see there, it's gone up 1%. So even by failing the skill, you do gain a small XP percentage towards learning the skill, but obviously you will have to keep doing that mini game until that bar goes all the way round and reaches back in on itself, and it reaches 100%. Once it reaches 100%, obviously you won't need to do the skill anymore. Well, should I say, won't need to do the mini game anymore, and you can use the skill freely as you choose. So one more time, just to show you guys, there it goes, double tap, stay on the horse. That's literally all you need to do. Don't hold the key, just a couple of taps and you'll stay on. Okay, so once again, that's it. I hope that helped with learning skills on your horse. As usual, any questions you'd like to ask, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Any things that you want to say, or just other information, or even if there's other things you want to ask me about horses in general, tips and stuff, I'm happy to help. And as per usual, feel free to troll, take the piss out of me, do whatever the hell you like, because it's the internet and it's freedom of speech and you can do whatever the fuck you want. So feel free to do whatever. Thanks again for watching. Like I said, hope this has been helpful, and maybe I'll see you all again next time. Stay classy, internet, and hope to see you again. Take care.